The Furnace Rooms. Heat warms anybody. Level 127. A very warm basement. Survival difficulty. Class 4. Environment 4 out of 5. Extreme environmental risk. Exit 4 out of 5. Very difficult to exit. Entities 5 out of 5. Hostile infestation. Level 127 is the 128th level of the Backrooms. Image caption: a typical water heater and furnace with a box of random items found within level 127. Level 127 is comprised of a series of corridors and rooms. The walls of level 127 are either made of plywood or cinder blocks. These walls are covered in a substance that was later identified to be human bodily liquids and tissues, along with other substances, while the floors are constructed of concrete or tiles depending on the room a wanderer is in, and coated in that same/a similar substance. Along with this, level 127 has been described to smell like fish and rotting meat. Silver pipes run through every room and hallway across the ceilings. Although these pipes vary in size, they are usually empty except for an occasional human blob attempting to traverse through them. These pipes, when they are empty, can be used to create weapons and/or tools to help defend against the native entities on this level. Structures like household water heaters, furnaces, and radiators can be found within level 127. These structures are quite common within this level and are fitted within nearly every room and hall. They are anomalously powered and cannot be turned off. If destroyed, an instance of any of these structures will repair itself rapidly once it leaves a wanderer's line of sight, regardless of how damaged they may be. Also, these structures cannot be affected by the produced heat in any way. Image caption: a corridor with different rooms within level 127. This level shares common attributes with level 2, abandoned utility halls, by producing lethal heat over time. The main culprits of heat production are the aforementioned structures. They produce heat that can climb to approximately 93.3 degrees Celsius, 200 degrees Fahrenheit. This is hot enough to melt human skin and bodies down to blob-like entities. This heat will continue to climb during the time a wanderer is within this level. However, if multiple wanderers enter level 127, the heat will climb at different rates for each individual. The entities on this level have been described as human blobs or fleshy human amalgamations, aptly named human blobs. These entities can be found in abundance throughout level 127. Human blobs can be heard to sob and whine while endlessly traversing through the level's pipes and hallways. When contact is made with the entities, they will cause severe burns and blisters on the wanderer's skin. Upon further contact, the wanderer will combust into flames, later turning them into a human blob. However, human blobs have not usually been seen to aggress towards wanderers, but rather attempt to seek help and mercy from the level, though in some cases they can become aggressive for unknown reasons. Human blob document. Description: Level 127's native entities, commonly known as human blobs, are vaguely humanoid creatures that resemble a fleshy blob or chewed gum and endlessly roam level 127 in hopes of escaping. Human blobs communicate by a series of gurgling, crying, whining, and coughing noises. However, words from the human blob's past language can be understood on rare occasions. Behaviors: Human blobs tend to wander level 127 in hopes of escaping it by traveling through the silver pipes inside, entering furnaces and heaters, and trying to enter cracks in the walls. This is always unsuccessful, due to all these places leading to nowhere. When wandering level 127, human blobs can be heard to make noises in hopes of catching the attention of nearby wanderers for help. But, to wanderers, these often sound like random noises. If a human blob spots a wanderer, it will slowly slide and squirm over to said wanderer and plead for help. Occasionally, they also tend to purposefully harm wanderers to hopefully regain their original bodies. The ways human blobs attack are wrapping their bodies around the wanderer, attempting to consume the wanderer, and dismemberment. After a human blob successfully terminates a wanderer, they will then climb onto the body and assimilate the carcass for energy and to attempt to regain a normal body. Biology. Human blobs are fleshy human amalgamations of their living counterparts, with several limbs, organs, and faces being displayed out of different regions of their bodies. It is noted that most of these limbs, faces, and organs are fully functioning and do not have a limit on their functionality, no matter how many bodily structures there are. Human blobs bear minimal bodily hair and skin on their surface, although their hair and skin can often be found on their inside. The immense heat within level 127 gives the human blob's fleshy exterior and interior a deadly temperature. Contact with its exterior instantaneously inflicts several third-degree burns and boils. A human blob's exterior secretes an oily substance that is brown and translucent, and it boils when secreted. This contributes to the harmful effect when touched. In addition, this liquid tends to stay on the wanderer's skin until it is washed off. This causes more harm the longer it is on the skin. These entities produce a pungent odor that smells like that of rotting and rancid fish. This odor can be smelled throughout all of level 127. The odor is so pungent that no matter the breathing aid a wanderer wears, this odor can still be smelled through it. This odor has been studied to have a high vapor density, causing the entirety of level 127 to be humid. The liquid that can be found in its condensation is the same liquid that is secreted off from the human blobs. Do's and don'ts. Do's. Ignore them. Attack if being aggressed. Avoid bulging pipes. Don'ts. Touch. Respond to their noises. Consume their carcasses. Be noticeable. Bases, outposts, and communities. There are no known bases, outposts, or communities on this level. Entrances and exits. Entrances. Level 127 can be accessed through Level 2, Abandoned Utility Halls, or Level 64, The Lurking Darkness, either through a hotter area of the level, through a door on a lower floor of the level, or a plywood door. Exits. To exit level 127, a wanderer must find a hallway fitted with multiple sets of crematorium furnaces. After finding this hallway, the wanderer must clip through one of the furnaces. This will lead them back to level 2, Abandoned Utility Halls, or to level 90, Newly Renovated Home.